Hello students, welcome to Eduauraa. My name is Rajni and I'll be taking Sociology optional classes. In today's session, we are going to talk about power elite. C.W.Mills was a social conflict theorist who argued that a simple few individuals within the political, military, and corporate realms actually held the majority of power within states or, in fact, even in the United States, and that these few individuals made decisions that resounded throughout the American lives. To look at an example of hierarchy of power, imagine a triangle with the executive branch, military leaders, and corporate leaders at the top, interest group leaders, legislators, and local political leaders in the middle, and then the common masses, everyday people, at the bottom. Mills wrote the power elite identifying certain individuals as the national upper class that own most of country's wealth, run its banks and corporations, and are in control of universities and mass media and staff and some of the highest ranking positions within government and courts. Mills further explained that these elites often move fluidly between positions within the three controlling realms. For example, Hillary Clinton moved from the position of First Lady to the Senator to Secretary of State. Mitt Romney moved from the corporate world to governor and even presidential candidate. Mills noted that these power elite usually were people who interacted with each other regularly and typically held the same political and economic views or agendas. Many power elite theorists actually argue that there is not such a thing as true democracy because these few individuals have so much power that the wishes of the average people cannot be heard. These theorists believe that those at the top are so distant from the average people and that they are so powerful that there isn't any true competition for them. Thus, they usually tend to get what they want. Hence, according to C.W.Mills, among the best known power elite theorists, the governing elite in the United States draws its members from three areas: the highest political leaders, including the president, and a handful of cabinet members and close advisors. Second, major corporate owners and directors. And the third, high-ranking military officers. Even though these individuals constitute a close-knit group, they are not part of a conspiracy that secretly manipulates events in their own selfish interests. For the most part, the elite respects civil liberties, follows established constitutional principles, and operates openly and peacefully. It is not a dictatorship. It does not rely on terror, a secret police, or midnight arrests to get its way. It does not have to, as we see it, nor its membership is closed, although many members have enjoyed a head start in life by virtue of their being born into prominent families. Nevertheless, those who work hard, enjoy good luck, and demonstrate a willingness to adopt elite values do find it possible to work into higher circles from below. If the elite doesn't derive its power from repression or inheritance, then the question is, from where does its strength come from? Basically, it comes from the control of highest positions in the political and business hierarchy and from shared values and beliefs. Here comes the concept of top command post. In the first place, the elite occupies what Mills termed as top command posts of society. These positions gives their holders enormous authority over not just governmental, but financial, educational, social, civic, and cultural institutions as well. A small group is able to take fundamental actions that touch everyone. Decisions made in the boardroom of large corporations and banks affect the rates of inflation and employment. The influence of the chief executive officers of IBM and DuPont corporations often rivals that of the Secretary of Commerce. In addition, the needs of industry greatly determine the priorities and the policies of educational and research organizations, not to mention the chief economic agencies of government. The power of elite has also been enhanced by close collaboration of political, industrial, and military organizations, as Washington has been called upon to play a major or more active role in the domestic life, from regulating the business cycle to inspecting children's sleepwear. Government has come to depend on the corporate world to carry out many of its activities. Conversely, industry now relies heavily on federal supports, subsidies, protection, and loans to ensure the success of its ventures. To be sure, business people and politicians constantly carp at each other. But the fact remains that they have grown so close that they prosper together far more than they do separately. At the same time, the Cold War has elevated the prestige and power of military establishment. The United States has come a long way from the days of citizen soldiers to its present class of professional warriors whose impact far transcends mere military efforts. The demands of foreign affairs, the dangers of potential adversaries, the sophistication and mystique of new weapons, and especially the development of the means of mass destruction have all given power and prestige to our highest military leaders. As a group, this ruling triumvirate of politicians, corporate executives, and military officers has, by virtue of its position they hold, unprecedented authority to make decisions of national and international consequences. But just the occupancy of these command posts does not fully explain the effectiveness of their power. Of equal significance is their common outlook on life and their ability and willingness to act harmoniously on basic issues.